couple of weeks ago I shared with you my weekend life at Pinto Coffee, and I mentioned to you that I spend my weekends in Janda Baik, and this week I thought I'd share with you a little bit about how my life during the week, during weekdays, and you know, I thought it would be interesting to share with you because it gives you a peek into, you know, how different my life is during the weekdays when I'm in KL and how different it is when I go back to Janda Baik for the weekends. It is a big contrast, really, the life that the two lives, and I always tell my friends that I feel like sometimes I'm in two different bubbles. Today I'm heading off to KLCC where I'll be meeting my colleagues, who are flying, who have been flying down from various parts of the world. We have a meeting with a client today here in KL, and so I'm meeting up with them before we go for that meeting. Tuesday morning. Yesterday I had a very busy day. I don't know how much of it that I captured. You probably, you know, I probably had captured some moments of me going from meeting to, well, from one meeting to another, and probably lunch and dinner and things like that. The weather wasn't great because it started to rain so heavily in the evening, in the afternoon, and so for one of our meetings we were kind of late because, you know, we were stuck in a massive traffic jam. You can tell my voice is still not I'm still not well. I'm still carrying a little bit of that cough and flu that I had from last week. So I've just left the lunch, and then now I have to head to the hospital because I have an appointment with the doctor, and I think that's my meeting's done for the day, and I'm gonna head back to the office after that. Hi guys, it is Wednesday. I am in Shangri-La right now, meeting up with my colleagues. It's then waiting for the next meeting, and while we are waiting, we're just having a little bit of a snack. So heading out of Shangri-La now, going to my next meeting, which is at W Hotel. I have arrived at W Hotel for my next meeting with my partners before we head off to another client meeting at 2:30. Oh my god, I had quite an experience this morning because the first meeting I had this morning was at Shangri-La Hotel, and the parking was quite atrocious. Parking is always an issue, and when you are time sensitive, kind of like you have to make sure that your timing is right so that you can make it to your next meeting and your next meeting, because you cannot afford to be late for any meetings with clients. you know, you kind of need to make sure that you you make enough, or you provide ample time for parking. Oh, the time now is 4:30. So after my meeting, my afternoon meeting just now, I took a grab back to my house. I came back to the apartment to get ready because there is a theme that I have to there's a theme for this dinner, and basically I have to change into something a little bit more appropriate for that theme before I go back to the hotel.
You like my video? This is my interpretation of the E in ESG.
Ah, okay. So
happy ocean, happy wildlife.
So you're supposed to be painting something that has to do with ESG.
That's correct. See, the E, the S, and the G. So this is my version of E.
You're very talented. Multi-talented.
I can make it that way.
Wow. So okay, let's see. The time now is 11 p.m. I am back at home after the event, the dinner, the green themed dinner event. I'm just going to share with you what was given to us at this dinner event. Good morning, guys. It's Thursday morning. On my way to my first meeting this morning. So today we have another series of meetings with my colleagues who went to the dinner with me last night. So we're having a quick lunch.
Hello.
Hello. KLC. Wow, so it's indeed been a very long day for me. I am now back at the apartment. Despite my cough and despite not feeling 100%, I am pretty glad that I survived this week. So I am glad to be home and looking forward to getting some rest. For today, it's 10 p.m. still on Thursday, and before I go to bed, I thought I'd just check in and just to share with you that I've just had a delivery from Tesco. So it's one of those things that I usually do on every week. I will place an order on Tesco online, and then usually on Thursday evenings I will expect the delivery. And it's been very convenient. It's something that I use on a weekly basis. I use very regularly, so I no longer kind of need to go to, you know, the supermarket to get my weekly groceries. It's Friday morning and we're almost in the weekend mode already. So I've completed, I don't have any more meetings for today. Yes, morning I first have an appointment at the hospital. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I had a minor surgery a couple of weeks ago and I have to keep going back to the hospital. And then I'll be heading back to the office, do some administrative work. I know I have a lot of emails to catch up on, some documents to sign, things that I need to follow up on for the week's meetings. And this evening I will be heading off to Janda Baik. So to share that is to kind of, you know, show you that, you know, how different my life really is. You know, my weekday, my work life, my weekdays in the city is so different from what my life is, or the kind of life experience that I have over the weekends when I'm back in Janda Baik. The kampung life, you know, the topics, the discussions, the people, they're so different. And I kind of also feel that this is pretty much encapsulates, you know, some of the challenges that we are facing here in our country. You know, we basically do live, you know, the people here live very different lives and very different experiences. It's a different world, and sometimes you can't understand why some parts of the community, why some people grow up or look at things the way they do. What are some of the challenges they face, and what are some of the influences that they are influenced by? It's very different from what we typically experience ourselves. So and I think that's really one of the reasons why I decided to vlog this week. And then, you know, so that going forward, when I share with you, you know, what are some of my take on what's going on, what are the challenges that you know, we face, what are some of the issues that we face in this country, why I think sometimes it's useful to have this kind of two perspectives of, you know, the different worlds that we're living in, and understand that when we look at certain issues, why some other people look at it in such a different way. It's because really we all come from very different worlds.